Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cookhouse. It's your Uncle Bud here. Now, before we get started, I just want to thank everybody for all the likes and shares. The new subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and join the family. We can always add you to the table. So today, if you haven't noticed the internet recently, everybody's crazy for smoked queso. Now, I have a couple smokers myself, maybe more than two, but you might not have one. And you're like, man, Uncle Bud, I want some of that smoked queso. I don't have a smoker though. Now look, we're going to make a smoky queso in the oven. It's going to give you those same notes. It's going to taste as close to smoked as you can get without having a smoker. Guarantee it's going to be good. So let's get to it. Now to start queso, we're going to have some meat. Now I got two kinds here. I've got it's about 9 ounces, half pound, somewhere around there of a chorizo. And I got about the same amount, it's actually about 10 ounces of a mild Italian. Now I like to use the combination because I like the flavor from my chorizo. I like the texture I get from the Italian because it's a coarser grind. So first we're going to go ahead and put these in our pan here and brown everybody up. That might take a couple of minutes. Right there like that. So this is all kind of a one pan cooking situation. So the main important thing is get one of these cheap oil pans. They're perfect to toss once you're done. They're recyclable. So you can see here I've got some, now that's velvetta. It's not exactly real cheese, but it's a very smooth melting cheese product. That's 16 ounces of that, and then I've got 12 ounces, I believe, 16 oaxaca of oaxaca. Those are two cheeses. Now we'll put a little Mexican crema in here as well to help make a little more of the smooth queso texture. So we're going ahead and just, as our meat cooks, we're going to put it in our pan. That's where we have it over here by the side. Now while it's going, I've already got our oven preset to 285. It's actually heating up right now. We're going to try to brown the meat up here a little bit. Now I've got some red onion, and I've got some peppers I've diced up, and some crushed tomatoes. The peppers are going to be plabalnos, serranos, a couple of jalapenos. I've left some of the membranes and some of the seeds in. So I want a little spicy kick to this queso. You know, there's a lot of rich cheese. Sometimes you need that heat to come through to help balance everybody out. If it's all just bland, what's the point of eating? As you can see here, all of our meat is incorporated together. Everybody's browned up nicely. Just go ahead and dump this guy over in our pan here with the cheese. I want to dump this way. There we go. Alright. Pretty. So, our cheese got our meat. Now we're going to need some veggies. Alright, so now we got some garlic. It's about, 4 big cloves. We got half a large red onion. So we're using the fat that was already in our pan from our meat. Then Italian sauce with that chorizo. We're just kind of cook this so it's translucent. We still want a good bite on our tortilla chips. We're done here. All just smooth. Texture's important. After that, got those diced up peppers I was talking about. So we got those jalapenos, poblanos, and serranos. I did leave a couple of the jalapenos sliced up like so. It's pretty. Adds a little characteristic to our queso. Add a little salt in here. Good heavy pinch. Let this come together. Let these peppers soften up a little bit as well. If you're not used to having peppers cooking under your nose, don't take a deep breath. You get a good shot of that capsaicin and the water vapor. Your nose will feel it. Get like a good shot of horseradish up your nostrils. Alright, so our onions and our peppers cooked up a little bit. That's that they're going to finish up in the oven. But for what we need in our pan, you see it's getting all that flavor we left behind, all the fat in that sausage. And dump this in as well. So now this, we got 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. We got a jar of Mexican crema. That's table cream. So a little bit like sour cream if you haven't had it. So I'm just going to pour in. That's about a cup. Now, to get that smoky flavor, we're going to cheat. And that's fine, because that's what we have to do because you don't have a smoker at your house. I would suggest getting one. It opens up the culinary possibilities to the umpteenth degree. But if you don't have one, maybe you're in an apartment, apartment complex just says no. You can't have a smoker. You must be secluded and kept away from the delights that you can have. Maybe they have like a little charcoal thing there, which will work, but it's just not the same. So we got liquid smoke. I've explained before, liquid smoke is basically they smoke wood inside of a chamber and the water vapor is collected, concentrated to bottles, basically. So we're going to be careful, we're not going to use too much because it is kind of strong. It's probably a teaspoon. 2 tablespoons and a little bit. So I'm going to give this a little stir just to get everybody started up. As this cheese melts, that's going to be, you have to watch this in the oven. It's going to make everything come together. Right now you're saying that does not look like queso. You're right, this does look like queso. This looks like pre-queso. So the oven's set to 285. We are not looking to cook this, just heat it through and have the cheese melt. Now if you find you want more queso to your queso, go and add more. Well, whatever to your tasting is what you want. And that's fine. Make it your own. That way somebody says, man, who came up with this? You're like, I did. Alright, I'll stick this in the oven. I'm going to check in about 15 minutes, and I like using these deep trays. One last note, just so stuff doesn't bubble over. As you can see, that's our max height now, so we don't have to worry about anything popping. So we're doing a slow melt. So we're going to pop this in the oven, check in about 15 minutes. Alright, so it's about 15 minutes now. We're going to check on our queso here. That's smelling pretty good. That's smelling right down delicious. You see, it's time to give this a stir. Everybody's getting happy. See that cheese, stringy and melty. That's at Oaxaca. Corners here. So I'm going to put this back in about another 15 minutes or so. Everybody finishes coming together, and as it cools, it'll tighten up a little bit. And if you want to reheat it, just pop it back in the oven. Right. Back in. We'll see in with 15 minutes. Well, folks, as you can see, it cases out of the oven. That is a big pan of wonderful. Simply as that. It smells fantastic. I get a little of that smokiness from the liquid smoke I use. Like I said, don't use too much. It goes a long way. But now comes the best part of filming these episodes. I get to taste. Hopefully at home you try this yourself. If I make good chip here, it's got a little valley to it. Kind of holds up. A little thicker chip, that's what you want. You want nothing too thin. But I'm gonna give me a little bit here. Not too much, we're not double dipping. Just enough to coat. Got a little onion, got some peppers, got that meat. Now, it's my turn. Here's looking at you. Happy dancing. All flavors come through. It's not really spicy. If you want more spice, add a little hot sauce to it, your choice. Or at least with them braided peppers in as always. But if you don't, don't. That's fantastic. I can't recommend you trying yourself. Send me pictures. I want to see you making the dishes I recommend in the show notes episode or on the Instagram, please. I really want to see how y'all do. Get questions, let me know. I love talking to you. Tell your mama about us. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And we'll see you next time.